Hey guys, welcome back to Filmmaker. Enough is enough. Let's hop into food photography. I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Food photography is something that I make a living of, and I have come to YouTube with the sole intention of teaching everyone the art of food photography, because I feel in India, in a country like India where food is a real source of life, you need to capture it well if you're trying to make a living out of it, or if you're trying to become a good food photographer. So stick to the end of the video and I'm sure that you'll be able to learn a lot. Well, the art of food photography is take a simple subject, as simple as this lady's finger or a bhindi as you call it, and make it look good. Because if you can make such simple items look good, then obviously the pretty things will look good anyway. So I'll be shooting this simple item and I'll be showing you how to capture it, where to place your source of light, and what are the settings that you need. So for food photography, you need to take care of three things. First of all, a surface, next the camera, and then the final thing, which is the source of light, being the most important thing. Because no matter how beautiful the lighting looks in a restaurant, but food photography looks repulsive in the restaurant lighting. Maybe it looks good while the waiter is presenting the food to you on the table, but if you are trying to capture the true colors and the true intention of the food, you need to use a source of light, which is daylight. I'm not going into artificial lighting right now because this is the start and we'll go there later. But for now, always shoot your food in daylight. Let's go and shoot. So as you can see here, I'm shooting these beautiful little lady's fingers right on top of a surface. Well, surface plays a very important part. It can actually help you convey a story. So these are the surfaces that I get from a person, and I will just link down the description box below from where I get it. You can check them out. So this is the surface I'm shooting at. My source of light is just behind. Remember, your source of light needs to come either from the sides or from behind. Never place your source of light in front of the subject, or never use a flash, the in-camera flash that you have. So basically there are four angles through which you can shoot your food well. The first one is this, the 90 degrees, in which the camera is just above the subject. And this is the most widely used angle for food photography because it's super hit for flat lays and stuff. We'll go into that later. The second one would be around 60 degrees, which would be right here. Gives a wonderful angle to the image. And the third one would be this 45 degrees, which is a little slanting. I don't use it much because somehow I feel the food is falling off the table. And the last one is the head-on, or this. See, in order to shoot images from a head-on angle, you need to have food items which have a height, like a burger, like a sandwich, or even cakes. But for this, I think the best angle would be either from 60 or from 90. I personally love this 90-degree angle because it gives an impression of the flat lay, and therefore I'll be shooting it at that angle. Now let's discuss the settings of your camera. Well, I am shooting in manual mode, so I suggest you to shoot in manual mode if you are a more experienced photographer, and if you're starting off, you can try it in auto mode as well. But I would strongly suggest manual mode because food photography is not going to work in auto settings. So the first setting that I am going to use is the aperture or the f-stop. So in this frame, I'm shooting the subject right from the top. Think of it as a flat lay thing. So when you are shooting flat lays or anything from the top, you need to have the entire frame in focus, and for that you need to use a higher f-stop number. For me, 4.5 works like magic. It gives you a clear and sharp view of the entire frame, and also you can distinguish between all the subjects because they are all clear and sharp. Shutter speed. Shutter speed is something that will vary depending on the light and if I'm using a tripod. In this case, when I'm shooting from the top, I don't have a C stand for a tripod which can actually hold the camera right from the top. So I have to use my hands, and for that I prefer keeping shutter speed more than 1/100th of a second, because anything below that, no matter how good you are, your hand is gonna shake and that's gonna give you a motion blur on your image. So 1/100 would be my recommended shutter speed. ISO should be 100 at all times, no matter what. Whenever you increase your ISO, no matter how expensive your camera is, you have to have some noise in your image, and for food photography generally the noise doesn't work. So try taking an image of the simplest thing that you can find at your home, maybe an apple, maybe some other vegetables, maybe some greens, and try shooting them at the settings that I just told you. Always remember to place your source of light right on the behind or both the sides, never on front. And I'm sure you are going to be surprised by the level of your food photography. So I hope you have liked this video, and if you have, do press the like button, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon. I'll be back again with another tutorial on food photography, and this time things are going to get serious. Thank you so much. I'll see you again. Happy shooting.